ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Namaskar my dear friends, this is my third video on Mahavtar Baba Ji. I start the video about Mahavtar Baba Ji. Babaji's mission. Babaji's mission in India has been to assist prophets in carrying out their special dispensations. He thus qualifies for the scriptural classification of Mahavatar, great avatar. He has stated that he gave yoga initiation to Sankara, reorganizer of the Swami order, and to Kabir, famous medieval master. The chief 19th century disciple was, as we know, Lahari Mahase, a revivalist of the lost Kriya Yoga. Life of Maha Avatar Babaji. The northern Himalayan crags near Badri Narayana are still blessed by the living presence of Babaji, Guru of Lahari Mahase. The secluded master has retained his physical form from centuries, perhaps for millenniums. The deathless Babaji is an avatara. This Sanskrit word means descent. Its roots are ava, down, and tri, to pass. In the Hindu scriptures, avatara signifies the descent of divinity into flesh. Babaji's spiritual state is beyond human comprehension. Sri Yukteswar explained to me the dwarfed vision of mean cannot pierce to his transcendental star. One attempts in vain even to picture the avatar's state attainment. It is unconceivable. No limiting facts about Babaji's family or birthplace dear to the analyst heart have ever been discovered. His speech is generally in Hindi, but he converses easily in any language. He has adopted the simple name of Babaji, revered father. Other titles of respect given him by Lahari Mahasay's disciples are Mahamuni Babaji Maharaj, Supreme Ecstatic Master, Mahayogi, the Great Yogi, and Trambak Baba or Shiva Baba, titles of avatars of Shiva. Does it matter that we know not the patronymic of a fully released master? Whenever anyone utters with reverence the name of Babaji, Lahari Master said that devotee attracts an instant spiritual blessing. The deathless Guru bears no mark of age on his body. He appears to be a youth of not more than 25, fair skinned, of medium build and height. Babaji's beautiful, strong body radiates a perceptible glow. His eyes are dark, calm, and tender. His long, lustrous hair is cropped colorless. Sometimes Babaji's face closely resembles that of Lahari Mahase. On occasion, the similarity was so striking that Lahari Mahase, in his later years, might have passed as the father of the youthful-looking Babaji. The Upanishads have minutely classified every stage of spiritual advancement. A Siddha, perfected being, has progressed from the state of Jivana Mukta, freed while living, to that of a Pramukta, supreme free, full power over death. The latter has completely escaped from the Mike thraldom and its reincarnational round. The Pramukha therefore seldom returns to a physical body. If he does return, he is an avatar, a divinely appointed medium of supernal blessings on the world. An avatar is unsubject to the universal economy. His pure body, visible as light image, is free from any debt to nature. Babaji's mission in India has been to assist prophets in carrying out their special dispensations. He thus qualifies for the scriptural classification of Maha-avatar, great avatar. He has stated that he gave yoga initiation to Sankara, reorganizer of the Swami order, and to Kabir, famous medieval master. The chief 19th century disciple was, as we know, Lahari Mahasaya, revivalist of the Kriya. Babaji is ever in communion with Christ. Together they send out vibrations of redemption and have planned the spiritual technique of salvation for this age. The work of these two fully illumined masters, one with a body and one without a body, is to inspire the nations to forsake wars, race hatreds, religious sectarianism, and the boomerangs evil of materialism. Babaji is well aware of the trend of modern times, especially of the influence and complexities of Western civilization, and realizes the necessity of spreading the well liberation of yoga equally in the West and the East. That there is no historical reference to Babaji need not surprise us. The great Guru has never openly appeared in any century. The misinterpreting glare of publicity has no place in his millennial plans. Like the creator, the soul but silent power, Babaji works in a humble obscurity. Great prophets like Christ and Krishna come to earth for a specific and spectacular purpose. They depart as soon as it is accomplished. Other avatars like Babaji undertake work that is concerned more with the slow r- evolutionary progress of man during the centuries than with any one outstanding event of history. Such masters always veil themselves from the gross public gaze and have the power to become invisible at will. For those reasons, and because they generally instruct their disciples to maintain silence about them, a number of towering spiritual figures remain world unknown. I give in these pages on Babaji merely a hint of his life, only a few facts that he deems fitting and helpful to be publicly important. The peerless master moves with his group from place to place in the mountains. Kevalananda told me his small band contains two highly advanced American disciples. After Babaji has been in one locality for some time, he says, Dera Danda Uthao. Let us lift our camp and staff. He carries a danda, bamboo staff. His words are the signal of moving with his group instantaneously to another place. He does not always employ this method of astral travel. Sometimes he goes on foot from peak to peak. Whenever anyone utters with reverence the name of Babaji, Lahari Mahasaya said that devotee attracts an instant spiritual blessing. Shortly before Paramahansa Yogananda left for America in 1920, Mahavtar Baba Ji came to Yoganandaji's home in Calcutta, where the young monk sat deeply praying for divine assurance regarding the mission he was about to undertake. Babaji said to him, Follow the behest of your Guru and go to America. Fear not, you shall be protected. You are the one I have chosen to spread the message of Kriya Yoga in the West. Long ago, I met your Guru Yukteswar at a Kumbh Mela. I told him Then I would send you to him for training. Kriya Yoga, the scientific technique of a God realization, will ultimately spread in all lands and aid in harmonizing the nations through the man's personal transcendental person of the Father. Mahavtar Baba Ji quotes Mahavtar Baba Ji to Lahari Mahase. The cries of many bewildered worldly men and women have not fallen unheard on the ears of the great ones. You, Lahari Mahase, have been chosen to bring spiritual solace through Kriya Yoga to numerous earnest seekers. The millions who are encumbered by family ties and heavy worldly duties will take new heart from you, a householder like themselves. You should guide them to understand that the highest yogic attainments are not barred to the family man. Even in the world, the yogi who faithfully discharges his responsibilities without personal motivation or attachment treads the sure path of enlightenment. Give Kriya Yoga to all who humble ask you for help. Repeat to each of your disciples this majestic promise from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 40. Even a little practice of this dharma, religious rite or righteous action will save you from great fear. Mahato Bhayat, the colossal suffering inherent in the repeated cycle of birth and death. For more than 3 decades, I have waited for you to return to me. You slipped away and disappeared into the tumultuous waves of the life beyond death. The magic winds of your karma touched you and you were gone. Though you lost sight of me, never did I lose sight of you. I pursued you over the luminescent astral sea where the glorious angels sail. Through gloom, storm, upheaval, and light, I followed you like a mother bird guarding her young. As you lived out your human term of warm life and emerged a babe, my eyes was ever on you. Wake, all you earthly thirst are about to be quenched forever. My son, arise, receive your initiation into the kingdom of good through Kriya Yoga, autobiography of a yogi. Guidance by Babaji of Kriya Yogis. Babaji has promised to guard and guide all sincere Kriya Yogis in their path towards the goal. Hundreds of thousands, not dozens merely, of Kriya Yogis are needed to bring into manifestation the world of peace and plenty that awaits man when they have made the proper efforts to re-establish their status as sons of the Divine Father. Humility. The scene was a Kumbh Mela at Allahabad. Lahari Mahasaya told his disciples, I had gone there during a short vacation from my office duties. As I wandered amidst the throng of monks and sadhus who had come from great distances to attend the holy festival, I noticed an smeared ascetic who waves holding a begging bowl. The thought arose in my mind that the man was hypocritical, wearing the outward symbols of renunciation without a corresponding inward grace. No sooner had I passed the ascetic than my astounded eye fell on Babaji. He was kneeling in front of a matted haired and anchorite. Guruji, I hastened to his side. Sir, what are you doing here? I am washing the feet of this renunciate and then I shall clean his cooking utensils. Babaji smiled at me like a little child. I knew he was intimating that he wanted me to criticize no one but to see the Lord as residing equally in all body temples, whether of superior or inferior man. The great Guru added, by serving wise and ignorant sadhus, I am learning the greatest of virtues, pleasing to God above all other humility. From Autobiography of a Yogi, page 317. Babaji relaxes ancient rules regarding Kriya. Bestow the Kriya key only on qualified chelas. Baba said, he who vows to sacrifice all in the quest of the divine is fit to unravel the final mysteries of life through the science of meditation. Angelic Guru, as you have already favored mankind by resurrecting the lost Kriya art, will you not increase that benefit by relaxing the strict requirements for discipleship? I gazed beseeching at Babaji. I pray that you permit me to communicate Kriya to all sincere seekers, even though at first they may not be able to vow themselves to complete inner renunciation. The tortured men and women of the world, pursued by the three, threefold suffering, need special encouragement. They may never attempt the road to freedom if Kriya initiation be withheld from them. Be, be it so. The divine wish has been expressed through you. Give Kriya to all who humbly ask you for help. The merciful Guru replied. Babaji promises to retain his physical body. Lahari Mahasaya, Lahari Mahasaya, Mataji, and I knelt at the great Guru's feet. An ethereal sensation of beatific glory thrilled every fiber of my being as I touched his divine flesh. Blessed sister, Babaji said, I am intending to shred my form and plunge into the infinite current. I have already glimpsed your plan, beloved master. I wanted to discuss it with you tonight. Why should you leave your body? The glorious woman looked at him, beseeching. What is the difference if I wear a visible or an invisible wave on the ocean of my spirit? Mataji replied with a quaint flash of wit. Deathless Guru, if I makes no difference, then please do not ever relinquish your form. Be it so, Babaji said solemnly. I shall never leave my physical body. It will always remain visible to at least a small number of people on this earth. The Lord has spoken His own with through your lips. This is quoted from the Autobiography of a Yogi, page 302. So I end this video here. Thank you, my dear friends. Please like, share and comment on this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you, my dear friend. Namaste.